All right, so we're going to do the Easter eggs and things you may have missed with the final trailer or final trailers. I'll be doing the Peacock trailer, Final Reckoning, and some of the TV spots. I do not intend to spoil much of anything, but there may be, quote, minor spoilers by accident. There's a lot of Halloween 1, so I suppose when Michael pushes up the redhead, that's a reference to the first one. Also, when Laurie looks out and doesn't see anything, another Halloween 1 reference. There's also a very neat one where Michael is picking up a knife. That's actually Deborah Hill. What happened is Deborah Hill had to be young Michael. So actually, that's Deborah Hill playing young Michael, but here it's quote older Michael. Another reference to the first one. There's also even a neat H20 reference where we see the DJ playing something and Michael slips by. That's very close to what happened with LL Cool J and H20. Spoilers for H20. He doesn't kill LL Cool J in that one. That's interesting. And I will give Wolfman Got Nards credit. He also picked up on that one. Yeah, I definitely think that's a visual parallel to H12. So that's interesting. Then we have Michael creeping in the kitchen, and it feels like a visual contradiction or an editing error. But what happens is the reason that Laurie gets the drop on him is something is cooking in the microwave. It basically exploded, and Michael was distracted for a moment. Some people said that's a Home Alone reference. I don't know if that's true. Maybe, maybe not. And the Letterman, why is he even here? Well, in Christine, basically a lot of the bullies, they're basically sometimes jocks. So I guess maybe he's representing the jocks. Although the way I remember Christine, he's kind of tortured by very different people. So I think the Letterman may be a reference to Christine. So there's that. I wouldn't go too far, but also the redhead is preparing a kind of shower. So maybe that's a reference to Psycho. I doubt it, but maybe they're referring to Psycho with the shower portion with the redhead. And then we have Michael playing with the knife in the cave, I guess. And he's near like a slab of stone. I don't think they're going too far, but I think this is a sly allusion to the Thorn trilogy because there, of course, we had like these slabs that people were sacrificed on. So maybe a little cute reference to the Thorn trilogy. Don't worry, I don't think they're going to go full Thorn, but there's that. We also get a lot more Lindsay, so she's in the background. I reported earlier she was only going to be in one scene. I guess I was wrong. So we're going to have her in a few scenes, so there is that as well. And on the computer, Lori is typing, and she types in Boogeyman. Boogeyman, of course, is a reference to Michael Myers. He's often known as the Boogeyman in this fictional universe. It's neat. It's interesting. Although, again, the Boogeyman operated differently in the sequels before this, so we'll have to see if they maintain consistency. And they kind of gave away when he's getting up near the end that that's definitely not Corey. It's not for sure it's Michael, but that definitely cannot be Corey. So one of the ads kind of gave that away. We kind of knew, of course, that Michael had to come at the end, but there we are. So if you're curious who that person is getting up, it's probably Michael. It's definitely not Corey. So we definitely know it's not Corey. That's where we stand with that. We've also got the pumpkin images. That's been a big part of the Halloween franchise. Really, the first two films, the opening has the pumpkin. They played around with it in the other films. So a lot of pumpkin images here as well. We also have Corey's mother, which is kind of a reference to an obscure horror film that David Gordon Green likes. I haven't seen that film, but I did research, so maybe some people have picked up on that. She's basically playing a character from that film, and very annoying character apparently. And we see Karen briefly, so I guess that counts as a Halloween Kills reference. Maybe not a good one, but it's a Halloween Kills reference. We also see a shot of Jeremy, who will be basically the child accidentally killed. That's in the synopsis. That's not a spoiler. We also see Corey with the glasses, probably a Christine reference, and how he will transform into Michael Myers. And then we have Michael Myers proper in all these shots and images. But again, is it Michael Myers? Is it Corey? Is it Corey Michael? Don't know for sure yet. And there seems to be some inconsistency in the coveralls because it seems like real Michael has the dark coveralls, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. One of the spots also has CGI Loomis and Halloween Kills. That's a kind of flashback. That's their flashback that didn't occur in Halloween 2. So, gotta be careful. Sometimes when they reference the first two films, they're referencing their version, not the canonical, technically, Halloween 1 and 2. And of course, then there's the music, which has, of course, the Carpenter vibe to it, although they've switched it up slightly. I thought the music was pretty good, but I do hope they play the classical score without any changes in the actual film, but we'll have to wait and see. I guess if we count Michael as a kind of hobo in this one, that's a reference to the Rob Zombie films. Definitely the mask is very similar to the Rob Zombie version, where he went with a much more realistic look where the mask decays, it gets old, it gets moldy. So there's that as well. So quite a few homages and references, mainly to the first film. There's a lot of the first film. They go overboard on the first film, but they spread it out to H20, Christine, maybe the Rob Zombie films, and a few other things. So it's interesting. Will this make for a better film? We'll have to wait and see. But some interesting callbacks with trailers and teasers and TV spots for Halloween Ends. Thanks for listening. Please like and subscribe for more content. Be well.